You know, I'm in the mood for 10-minute chess. This guy's too slow. I'm just gonna do it again. I'm in the mood for some 10-minute chess. That was very... I moved that really fast. I bet if I pre-move this, it's just gonna go 9 of 6. I'm gonna win the game. But I'm not gonna be that kind of person. I'm not gonna be that kind of person. This is a hippo setup where black sets their pieces up in this hippo manner. And it's playing really fast for a 10-minute game. Not sure he's playing like super legit or anything. I bet he wants to get the hippo. Actually here. Should have gone here right away. I would have been winning the game. Even here it looks dangerous for black. Very dangerous. Let's start by taking. I already see the attack building. And what has moves like bishop h6, knight g5, bishop d3. White should be cleanly winning here. This guy's troll. Just ditched the game. Here is already winning for white. I already felt over here. Go here. Okay, I put castle, which is fine. Takes. Okay, let's talk about the hippo. It's a very important lesson. Let's go over the game first. I played d4 and my opponent played g6, which is invitation into the modern. And I played knight c3. After e6 though, move g6 and e6 weakens all these dark squares. And it's very dangerous to play like g6 and e6. But it's part of black's strategy in this opening called the hippo. And say I do nothing. Black's strategy is to put the pawns like this. And fianchetto both bishops. And put the knights like this. Then castles. And then say like this. And then now, if I ever go, say, and also black likes to go a6 to h6 in the hippo. And now, if I ever go, sorry, I'm preparing something. If I ever go e5, in the hippo strategy, they always go d5. And if I go d5, they always go e5. This is traditional hippo strategy. And then they put the rook here and they try to go f5. Knight d2 f5, trying to play this like King's Indian. That's general hippo strategy. Of course, that's all in the abstract. They can also go c5 without really waiting for me to go d5 or e5. So the goal of the hippo is to keep everything closed and then counterattack. So they also often go, if I do nothing, once again, just playing some theoretical moves, Black often plays this g5, knight g6, and say I do this, just theoretically, okay, they wouldn't play that, but they could also play b5, knight b6, going for this, and then either play c5, or if I don't play a3, and I play a random move, now they like to go b4, gaining space, and continue like that. So that's Black's hippo strategy, is to expand either with like a6, b5, or playing c5 or f5, or every time you go one way, you close it up, and they go the other way, like c5. So if I do nothing, they'd love to go c5 here, because that's the way their pawn chain is pointed. See, this pawn chain is pointed this way. If I go this way, it goes like that. And okay, this combination of e5 and g5 is not good. Usually, if they play e5, the pawn should be on g6, because then they can go f5, put the rook here and start an attack. But here, because they played both this and that, the f5 square is weak, so it's harder for them to achieve that goal. It's the general idea of the hippo, but one weakness of it is it can be attacked easily. h4, h5, and h5, and I went knight f3, b6, and bishop e3. The goal of this opening is simply checkmate Black. For example, I could have also played bishop h6. If they go knight d7, then I can take, and supposing they take this way, already I can go like this, queen h6, and that king is ripe for the taking. You can attack it in various ways. Game's already over. In some more extreme examples, say as like this position, a3, knight to f6 is played, or maybe if knight to f6 is played, take, take, take. If I take this way, in the most extreme case, it would just be checkmate right away. So dangerous, this opening. So this is why the hippo isn't good. But instead of going bishop h6 right away, I just decide to castle. And that just brings this rook into the action if I ever decide to move it here. And here I took, and my opponent ditched the game. Maybe because it's not fun to play this position, but also because it's hard to play anyways. For example, if you take here, I could do the same strategy. If you take, you're going to get mated, and so Black would likely go bishop h8, but then I can start doing a bunch of things like queen f4, bringing my queen backwards to this, and this is a really beautiful idea. Bring the queen backwards, and say Black does nothing, I just move my bishop with a huge attack, and after bishop here, sample line, bishop h6, highly dangerous, because if you take, it's simply going to be checkmate like this. Notice White's king is not in any danger at all, it's just a one-sided battle. Just a one-sided battle here. So after h4, I think one slightly more maybe testing way is to play h6 in order to meet h5 with g5, but unfortunately I have f4, and if you take, now I have the f file to attack. Say you castle in this position. I already have queen d2 with bishop d3 or e5. Let's just say e5, bishop d3. With this open position, the bishops and queen lining up like that, black is also completely lost here. If you just do nothing, or you try to play in the hippo way, then I'm just crashing through, and either white is going to checkmate black, or black is going to lose a lot of material trying to defend the attack. I think there's better ways to play the hippo than the way that this person played. Could have started with this, and if I had played here, then you could maybe play this, because you want to try to play this all in one go. As I was saying, the hippo, you sometimes go b6 and like that, but then you go b5, so maybe playing b5 would save you a move. Say you go here, there could be some b5. If you continue like this, bishop b7, black is getting some hippo-like counterplay with knight d7, and e6 is a move. Playing knight e7. Okay, here, white gets this. So maybe just leaving that knight to protect that would be good. And playing something more like this. In any case, the hippo is dangerous to play. And this is just a theoretical way of how a hippo player could play the hippo slightly better. In any case, it's a bad opening, and the hippo should not really be tried except in blitz and bullet, because it's just so terrible. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that little opening lesson. Thanks for watching.